Yes, everybody, Russ and the West Ham Network. Hope you're safe and well. Happy Friday. Just a little bit of a little tidbit video. Obviously, we're going to be talking about more about Lewis Orford, I imagine, and Duran and various others at your Have Your Safe Friday show at lunchtime. We'll also be joined by Ryan from the Anthony Nolan Trust as well. He's a West Ham fan and a blood cancer survivor. So it'd be good to talk to him about his experience and also about an initiative which you guys can get involved with. But I want to talk about Lewis Orford quickly. Obviously, what a difference a day makes. 24 little hours is the song, and that's very much still the case with Lewis Orford. Yesterday, Fabrizio Romano announced that we had offered 30 odd million, 30 million, 32 million plus a young player for the Aston Villa 20-year-old Colombian striker John Duran. Now, we were then told that it was Lewis Orford. Lewis Orford was very much part of a transfer inquiry from Aston Villa earlier this summer transfer window. We know Lewis is entering the last year of his contract. He's since played a couple of times in the pre-seasons. I think he's played in every first team pre-season so far. And obviously, he's travelling with the squad in Tampa ahead of their two games against Wolverhampton Wanderers and Crystal Palace. But according to ex-WSU employee, he said that West Ham are set to hold talks with Lewis over a potential new contract. Apparently it was they. It does seem to the club have had a change of heart potentially when it comes to Lewis, which is quite strange. X was quoted as saying, "As it stands, Aston Villa have rejected our latest offer to them for Duran. It's thought to be 32 million plus Lewis Orford and a sell-on clause. It appeared they tried to get Orford as part of the Duran deal, and we facilitated the talks. So it was part of the discussion, and Villa inquired about including Orford as part of the deal rather than West Ham saying, "Oh, you can have that plus the deal." That's the way apparently it worked. It appeared they tried to get Orford in. X has advised that Hammers have come to realise the error in their ways and allowing Orford to be part of a deal for Duran, and are now set to open talks with the player and his representatives over a new contract. X was quoted saying it does appear the club realise the nature of the mistake they could be making and seem to be hoping to try and convince Orford to stay with loose contract conversations set to happen today, obviously, but they're in America, so don't know how that works. He hasn't been offered a contract extension. However, it appears the club are apparently keen to try and resolve the situation. It does seem every year we have one like this. Last year was the same with Divine Mbama, where he was entering the final year of his contract. It was almost like there was a reluctance to sign a new deal until seeing his position in the first team squad. And I think that's true of Lewis as well. Now, it could be a case that Lewis, as many have asked and many have suggested, signs a new deal and then goes out on loan to gain first team football experience in a similar way to what Freddie Potts did, which I think is the best path. Because at the moment, in all honesty, Lewis is probably about fifth choice if you're ranking them, maybe sixth choice. Would be linked to several other midfielders as well. Freddie's come back from a very successful time at Wycombe Wanderers, where he ended up being their top player of the year type thing, and I would envisage Lewis, that same path would make sense for him. Now, if he went to Aston Villa, I don't think he'd get into the first team at Aston Villa either. Realistically, he might be one or two spots up, but not really, and he'd probably end up going out on loan anyway. As I've been on record, I think he's got the potential to be a very good player, got the potential to be the next Michael Carrick. And so I was gutted that he was involved. I think sometimes context takes things a little bit differently. If it was, and I see both sides of the argument, definitely. I mean, in our private WhatsApp chat on the West Ham Network, there's differences of opinion. Some maybe more pragmatic, some maybe more emotion led. So that's sort of the knee-jerk reaction we always have as football fans. But it seems that it was a mistake. Now, it could have been a very costly mistake if Villa went, yeah, fuck it, we'll take it. Could have been. But again, we would only know that in the next 3-4 years' time to see the development of Lewis, also to see the development of Duran as well. and the effects that maybe his goals could have had on West Ham. We don't know. We don't know. But according to X, loose conversations have started about a contract extension. Anyway, make sure you join us at lunchtime to talk. Have your say Friday. Talk about all you want. You can talk about Lewis. You can talk about Duran. You can talk about Israel. You can talk about anyone, really. It's your show. You talk about the Florida trip as well. Obviously, we play Wolves on Saturday and Crystal Palace next week. And I said we'll be joined by Ryan from the Anthony Nolan Trust. It'd be great to get you on there. And he's a big West Ham fan. And they're launching a new appeal, which we're helping with. Anyway, take care. Stay safe. Stay warm. Stay humble. Keep the faith. Come on, you bloody Irons.